Do I recommend a female Cape Parrot or a male Cape Parrot? Hi, I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrot Bliss Bond. Please be sure to get your copy on Amazon so that you have your handbook for having a blissful bond with your parrot. Today we're talking about whether I would recommend a female or a male Cape Parrot. Now first, in case you don't know, the female you can differentiate by the chapeau, as I like to call it. She's got the coloring on the head, although when they're young, they're both born with the coloring. Actually, Quantum still has a little coloring on his head, which you might be able to see just a little. And that's coloring that they lose when they're getting into, I guess, sort of like, you know, he's not a full-fledged adult because he won't be sexually mature for a couple of years, but at around 8 months, something like that, 8 to 10-ish, something like that, they lose that coloring when they're male. So he's definitely male. Now, here's a couple of things that I think you should know about these parrots. First of all, I've had a couple of people ask me about them because they've seen my videos and they're like, God, they seem like fantastic parrots. They are. You just heard the usual sound level. Their personalities are very chill, very mellow. They are not the social butterfly that a lot of other parrots typically are. In other words, Binks, my golden conure, who is probably the most social out of all of my flock, he is really good friends with Quantum. He's really good friends with me. He's bonded to my husband. He's bonded to one of the Amazons. I mean, this guy is like beyond a politician. He gets around, he has friends, he's got buddies, and he's like this with more than one bird. Super social. That was Macy the first time, so I was responding. Whereas the Capes, I feel like they're social with us. Kiss. Kiss. Not a good kiss. Good job. Hi, Quantum. Hi. Well, I was trying to show you. Sometimes he'll kiss and then go, hi. Hi. Well, they are social, and he really likes my husband. She really likes me. And they do bond. I do feel like they are more independent. I'm going to say that the African parrots, generally speaking, or typically speaking, I find them to be more on the independent side. Maybe not as independent. There goes a poop from Quantum. Maybe not. Oh, there it goes. Good poop. Good job. Maybe not as independent as the Asiatic birds, but definitely they are not the birds that like the conures are. Conures tend to be like this. Someone said to me, you know, I can't believe you said an Indian ringneck is like a conure. I don't know if I misunderstood what they said or if they misunderstood what I said. But in other words, like Indian ringnecks, they're more independent, whereas our green cheek conures, they're like Velcro. They're on us, and they're always with each other. So even though they're bonded together, they're also bonded with us. So these guys are like, I guess, in the middle, right? So you've got the super bonded birds, like the cockatoos, and I find that the conures are more like that. You have the way less bonded birds, the Asiatic, like an Indian ringneck, and then these guys are kind of in the middle. So that means that they're probably fantastic pets because they do want to spend some time with you and they do want to cuddle with you, but not like all the time to the point to where you really, really need to, because otherwise they get really lonely and it's not good for their emotional well-being, because you can't be with them all the time. You can't be with them, you know, maybe you can't be with them 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and they are accustomed to their flock being with them probably like 24 hours a day. Maybe not, you know, 7 days a week, but I think it would be like almost 7 days a week. So it's a significant thing. Now, the most important thing that I recently discovered about this species is that it is a matriarchal species, which means she calls the shots. My males are starting to stand up to her at a little bit of risk. But generally speaking, you know, they're also great because they're not aggressors. Like, they don't go and pick fights. And if a bird comes, excuse me, and kind of gives them a hard time, they'll get the bird to back down, but they don't really seem to hurt other birds. So generally speaking, they're fabulous, fabulous birds. But the females are harder to find. I think nature just doesn't make as many of them. The males are sweeter and friendlier. I am finding that I'm having an easier time bonding with Tesla than I am with Quantum. They're both male. Macy really chose me, so it's a little different, but she bonds in a different way. So if you're looking at getting a parrot, I think a Cape is a fantastic parrot. It's an expensive parrot, but fantastic. I think it'll be worth your time. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to tell you, I don't recommend a female for you. I have to recommend a male because they're just a little more friendly, considerate, and not bossy. Our experience with our only female has been that she is a one-person bird. She will take nuts from my husband, but that's about it. Otherwise, she'll give beak, which is a threat. Thank you for joining me in this blissful video. If you have any questions about parrots, please be sure to comment below, and I will catch you next time.